Everyone, welcome to my channel. Crystal, for those of you who are new, and today I just thought I would take you and show you kind of what ideas I want to try to get through this year with some of the makeup that I have selected here. Last year I used up a lot of makeup and I thought I was gonna just, keep using the same makeup, or I wanted to try something new. I had those in my box here. I have a big box that I keep all my makeup that I want to use up throughout the year. And last year, even though I hadn't even used some of them, I just wanted to change it up a little bit and use up some different products. So if you're interested in seeing what I want to try to use up, and hopefully we'll use up at least half of this, that's my goal anyway, just keep on watching. So first we'll start with some foundations. So I have a lot of foundations in my collection, but I have this little container here, and these are actually some foundations and concealers, and these are a little bit older in my collection. That's kind of how I have it organized in my closet behind me. Is a lot of these, I have the older ones in this one here, and then I have other containers that I have for the newer ones that I have bought more recently. So these two I bought. This one is the Tarte Hydroflex. This is the Tarte C, and it is in Fairlight Beige. So I believe I got these from Sephora a while ago, and they were half price. So I did pick these up, and I really like Tarte products, and I'm not sure how long those will take to use up. Honestly, sometimes foundations either go really quickly for me, or it takes a while to use up. I have this here. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. I really do like Clinique's products, and this looks like it says CN08 linen is what this color is, and I really like Clinique products, so I'll be happy to use that. I have a couple more Clinique ones in here. Actually, let me just look through here quickly. Oh, maybe I only have one of these. I thought I had two. But this is the Super Balanced Makeup, so that's what this one looks like. This one looks a little dark, so I'm not quite sure. I might have to mix this with another product, or maybe I'll just go out and try to find those little, I don't know I can't remember what they're called, but they're for foundation, and it's the white. You just mix it in there and makes it more your color consistency. So I'd have to look for that. I have a couple of these here, if I can get them out. A lot of foundations in here. I'm not sure if I'll use them all up, but then again, I did use up quite a bit last year. This is from Guerlain. So this is the El Essential, and that's all it really says. Oh, there's two different ones. So this one was the matte version, I believe. This is the High Perfection 24-Hour Wear. That looks like this. And then I have the other one that's the Natural 16-Hour Wear. So I got these both from Marshall's a while ago. I believe they were half price. I really do like trying out new foundations, so I did pick those up. And I have a couple more in here, and these are from Clinique. This is the Beyond Perfecting Concealer, Foundation and Concealer. They're both the same, but they're two different colors. One is in the shades, well, what shade is this? This is the, doesn't say. Okay, so I'll just go real close and show you. These are what the colors look like. They seem to be both, I think they'll work pretty well for me. I have a couple of concealers here, and I'm sure I'm going to end up using more, but these two I want to use up because I've had these in my collection a bit longer, and I have a whole bunch of concealers that I haven't even gone through yet, but I'm going to try starting with those, and then maybe I'll take you along in another day, and we'll see what I should pick out of the concealers that I have in my collection. But now I'll go ahead and show you what's in this basket here. A lot of these are the older. I've had them for a while, and so I'm just going to go through these and kind of tell you why I kind of picked these. Alright, so I'll just pick this up for you and show you real quick. So that's what it looks like. I have two of these baskets. So one of these that I use, if you saw my last video, is for my empties for the year. So, and then this one is for the ones I want to use up. So this one here is from Purr. I really like Purr brand. I've had this. I have a lot of eyeshadows. I can't think. A lot of eyeshadows from this brand, and blushes, things like that. So this is what this one looks like. I got this half price, a while ago from Ulta. But one of the reasons that I want to use this up, those really pretty glitter eyeshadows, I started using them and I just don't want them to go bad. so I want to use this up. And it also came with some blushes here, if you can see how pretty these colors are, and one highlight. I really like those blushes and the highlight. It did come also with these lashes, but honestly, I don't think I'll be using them. And I think it was a lipstick that came in here also, and maybe a lip, not sure what came in here. Maybe it was an eye pencil and a lipstick. I really can't remember. But I also want to use this up because it's really big. It takes up a lot of space in my collection. And since I want to use less space in my my closet, sorry guys, I just really want to get these bigger ones out of here. And I have one more bigger one, and this is from her also. This is a really fun one. This is the Grinch. So as you can see, really pretty. It takes up a lot of space. I mean, look at this. It has a big festive little scene here with Christmas. So I got this around, it was just after Christmas actually. I bought it half price, and I got it from Kohl's. That was when you could buy that stuff from Kohl's with your Kohl's cash. But when you take it out, this is what it looks like. And again, there's those really pretty glitters in here, and these are just not as powdery of shadows, but they're really gorgeous, and I don't want them to go bad. I've had them for a long time now, and I know some of my eyeshadows in my collection can last a little bit longer than others, or at least I think they will, because, you know, the texture's a little bit differently made. You know, there's a lot of smooth, like, creaminess to these two palettes, and not so much the really just powdery ones. I don't worry about the powder so much. The creamier ones I do worry about. And actually last year that was something I was trying to do, was to use up a lot of my cream products, and I think I did fairly well. There's a couple things here that I'm working on right now that I'll go ahead and show you that I'm actually gonna keep using because I didn't finish what I wanted to last year. So one of them was this cream here. This is the Ultra Strobe Balm Palette, and I am almost done using this one. I scraped it into another container and it's almost used up, but I really want to get these all used up. They work really nicely. I have them on my eyes as an eyeshadow right now, this pink one. I really like it, and I just don't want it to go bad, so I do want to continue using that. And I'm trying to use this up. This is going to be forever. I mean, it has been so far. But again, you've probably seen this, but I'm almost done. I only have the one blush and the one highlighter, so I'm trying to get this out. And then this I'm actually using alongside of this, and I really like the looks that it makes, but this is a long time coming, and I'm really hoping that I can even get to some of these eyeshadows with how long this is going to take to use up. I don't plan, here, I'll take this off here. I really don't plan on using the blues or the really dark shades. At least I don't plan on it right now. I'm trying to use up maybe the browns and the pinks and maybe some of the burgundy, the pastel colors in here. Those are the ones I like, so those are the ones I want to try to use up, and then I'll just probably get rid of it after that, or at least keep it for the end of my project pan. I have this here. This is the Spotlight Highlight. This is from BH Cosmetics, and there's really, I just want to use these up because they're really pretty, and I've had them for a long time, and yeah, they're not really a texture I worry about too much, but I just really want to get started using those up. I have way too much in here, but I'll tell you why. I have ideas for what I want to use up, and maybe I'll pick and choose throughout the months. You know, as soon as I start using up some of this, maybe we'll go through here. It just really depends. It takes so long to use things up. But I really want to use this up. This is Broken. This is the Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush Palette, and this was in my want to use last year, but I decided to keep it in this year as well. As you can see, it kind of broke up a little bit, and I really want to use this up. I'm going to take this out to use it up as soon as the one I'm using now is used up, because I really like Hourglass products. They're expensive, and I just want to use this up before it goes bad or breaks some more. Let's see, I have this here. This is the What's the Tea. This is from the Balm, and these shadows are different also, but I also have these here. These are different. This is the only eyeshadow palette I've had or heard of that have had these. But these are two different primers. So there's a darker primer here and a lighter primer. They're supposed to change. This one here is supposed to make, let me see actually. I think one of these is supposed to make them darker and one of them is supposed to make them lighter, these eyeshadows. But I just think it's really fun. They're different kind of a texture again. And I want to use this so it doesn't go bad. So I have other ones here that, another one that has broken and it's big, it's huge. It's this Too Faced palette. I really don't think that these eyeshadows are going to take long to use up once I start using them. But this whole palette, you know, after I look at all this, there's no way I'm going to be able to use all this up. But these are what I really want to try to use up. So bear with me this year, guys. I might have to maybe do a shop my, I don't know, just shop my box of wants to use up this year more often, but we will see how long these take to use up. But I have this broken over here. Oops, this one right here is broken. It came all the way from over here, and I just don't want these shadows to bust up. And they have a bronzer, a highlighter, or those blushes. I think it's 4 blushes and 1 bronzer. So I really want to use this up because it takes up so much space and it's already broken. And I'm going to kind of change my mind on some of these as I'm going, because there's no way now that I look at these that I will be anywhere near using them up. So I have 1 bronzer set aside so far, and that one is in here. I didn't choose any more bronzers. I have the blushes category, I have the highlighter category, and let's see, this is one of the bronzers I want to use up. This is from Cover FX. This is the Monochromatic Bronzer Dual. It says it's matte and shimmer. So that's what it looks like. And this is what the color looks like. It might be a little dark for me, but if I tap in there really lightly, I think it will work. It's a really pretty color, so you can see this one's more shimmery. This one's, of course, more matte. So I want to bring this in. I have so many bronzers in my collection that it was hard to choose. I chose this one too. This is the, oh, this is the shimmer one. Another shimmer. Okay, well, this is the shimmer highlighter in Cool It Now from Beauty by Pop Sugar. But honestly, if you look real close, I think I chose this because this looks like a bronzer for me. Like I can maybe make it work as a bronzer. And of course, this one will be a highlighter. So I think that's why I chose this one. This here is very small. This is from my Yale. Hope I'm saying that right. But this is just a really small, it probably won't take long to use this up, honestly. It says that this is a red carpet strobing and contouring kit. So, yeah, I really don't think this will take long once I start using this. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm one time. I have this here. This is from Ulta Beauty. This is the eyeshadow palette. And I don't know if I'm going to get to this. I'll just show it to you, but I'm going to put this to the side because this is not as creamy texture. This is more of a drier texture, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. These are a Smashbox. This is the blush, highlight, and contour. So again, these are some blushes. This one here is a bronzer. And I remember how long I used up another one of these. It was a highlighter only palette. And it took a long time to use this up, but they were really, really beautiful. But I'm looking at this pile in front of me and I'm getting a little overwhelmed and remembering how long it's taken to use up some of my powder products in the past. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do all this, but if I don't, I'll just bring it into another video or another year of project painting is what I meant to say. So this one here is the Pro HD Amplify Get Baked. So this is a little of everything, and I do want to use this up because, again, I've started using this up. This was in my last year's project pan, you know, and I continue to use these. Some of them will be good for blush, some are good for highlighters, some are good for like eyeshadows or to highlight around my brows, things like that. And I have one left here, and this is Definite Bronzer vibes for me. This is the Pro HD. And this is the Brighter Than My Future palette. That's what it looks like. And I don't know how deep these pans are. That's just, since I haven't used most of these that I'm showing you, it's either they're going to be really quickly to use up or it's going to take a long time. And I know the softer the powders, the easier it will be for me to use up. Also, the harder or firmer pressed powders, they just take such a long time. And I'm finding that out right now, trying to use up this blush that has been months in the making. I'm desperately trying to use them up. So I have some powders here that are on the older side. These are my loose powders. And, oh, there's one blush, though, that is a travel one that I didn't use up last year. Well, it was a sample, actually. This is the Amanda Kadar, and last year I really wanted to use up my smaller makeup like these, but I didn't get around to using this. So I think this is going to be real soon, maybe right after I use the blushes I'm using now. I'm going to get into this and use this up just because this is just from last year and I want to get it out. But as far as loose powders, I have a few. This is I have two of these. These are the Amuse Smoothing Skin Baking Powder. So that's what this looks like. And I believe they're exactly this. Nope. I guess they're a little bit different shades here. But I bought these from Marshall's a while ago. A really good deal. And I have these here. These are the Simply Bella. Again, two different colors. I got these from Marshall's. I tend to pick up loose powders when I'm at Marshall's because that's something I really do go through a lot more than other products. And also this, I was going to use this up last year but didn't end up using it up. This is the Loose Setting and Matte Finish Mineral Powder. I'm actually using another one right now. I'll go ahead and find it for you. So what I'm using right now, I have my powder I'm using, and it's the Physicians Formula. And I've been wanting to use this up for a long time. This was in my project pan last year. So I've gotten pretty far. This is the Rose All Day. So I used up quite a bit. And it used to have the shape of a rose here, but it's starting to, over time, because I'm using it so much, it's just hard pan where the rose was. I might sometimes just go in there and scrape off the hard pan so I can just use it. But this is a really nice powder. And I'm using this here. This was also last year's. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have to be really careful with this. This does blend really beautifully. But I want to use this as a highlighter, and then this, I'm going to keep continuing using it as a bronzer. And I have it on right now, but honestly, it's a little bit deep for me, but if I take and barely touch my brush to this and blend, it does work out pretty well. So I have a long time to go with those two. And I'm usually a chapstick person. But I have a bunch of these that I really want to use up, if not need to use up because they're getting older. So I'm just going to grab a few of these and I'll just show you what I'm talking about here because, oh, and it looks like I missed one powder. I'll go ahead. After I'm done talking about these, I'll talk about that. My hands are full. But so I have a pile of like lipsticks and some just random stuff here that I wanted to use up last year and ended up not using up. Didn't get to them. So this one here is the Too Faced Melted Matte. So I really want to use this up. I could see myself maybe using this. If I know a lipstick is not going to move around, then I'll wear it to work. So I'm pretty sure I could use this to work. And I just don't want to worry about it like bleeding as I'm at work and just looking so horrible, or touching my face and it's on my face, and I don't want to have to worry about that. I have a red one here, and this is from Kat Von D. Maybe this one I'll start using on the weekends more. This is not going to be I won't wear this to work for sure, but I think I'm going to try working on that. This NARS one is really, really pretty. This is the shade here, and you know what? I'm just going to tell myself to start reaching for these more other than chapsticks. Maybe now that winter's gone, I will want to do that more. And then I have this Too Faced. This is a glitter, so you can put on top any lipsticks. So I think I'll take a matte lipstick and use that, and then maybe just use it up that way. I have another red lipstick here from Dose of Colors. And I do like this formula, but I do know that it can smear a little bit if I'm not careful. So that won't not be one to wear to work. Not only the color, but also that reason. This I could wear to work. This is from Mally. It's just a really pretty color here. More like a lip gloss, kind of. I have so many reds. I have this L'Oreal gloss, and this will be by weekends for sure. And I have this. This is actually a lip topper as well, and I want to use this up. It's beautiful. I think it'd be really beautiful with some of my red lipsticks. And yeah, so I'm going to try to use that. And I have one more red lipstick here. So that's what this one looks like. This is the L'Oreal. I picked up a lot of red lipsticks, so I really do like them, but they're getting a little bit old. And then I have this So Susan. This is the liquid, another matte one. So again, I can use this to work. It's just, in the wintertime, my lips are always dry, so I end up just going for chapstick. Alright, so back to this Becca I have here. And this is what this one looks like. I don't know if I'm going to get to this year, but this was in here from last year that I never got to. But I think with everything that's sitting here in front of me, I'm not going to be able to get to it this year. I'm just almost positive of that. I have a couple more items here. Another lipstick from Trustique. And this is in, what's stuck? I don't know how much is left. Oh, this has been used quite a bit. This is the color here, so I'm going to start taking these out, using them, and maybe put my chapsticks away for a little while. As soon as this last one, but we're getting snow. It's been the craziest day today. It's been like drizzly water, and last night it was like a ton of snow. Depending on where you live, they had a ton of snow. The roads were good here, but bad there. And I just watched it. I was out with my husband for a little while, doing some errands. And it was just kind of drizzly, not too crazy, misty kind of rain. And then I came home. He left to go do something. I look outside. It's just downpouring. And now it's like downpouring, but it's snowing. It's the weirdest thing. And he just told me that the roads are pretty bad right now. My kids are in school. They didn't have school canceled. I know some people had school canceled in the area, in the state I live in, but not my kids. It's very rare if they get their school canceled. But as soon as this winter madness is done, then spring will come and I'll want to use some of these fun colors. I just don't really want to do that, especially with the mattes drying out my lips. I mean, I'll probably still use chapsticks at night and things like that, but during the day, I hope to use more lipsticks. So I'm using a liner right now, but I have these that I wanted to get to, but my other one has just been lasting, and I'm using a liquid eyeliner. But here's one that hasn't been out of the package at all. This is from Ulta Beauty. So this is a double end. This is a gel tip and a felt tip, and it's black. So I have that I want to use up. I have this. This is Cargo, and this is kind of getting a little old, but it's a wooden pencil, and I do like them. Actually, this is a really good formula. Sometimes I get tired of having to sharpen them, but it is a good formula. And I have this from Ilamasqua, so this means that I got this in an Ipsy a while ago. So this is getting a little old, so I really should try to use this up. And then another one, I've used like 3 of these up already from Smashbox, so these are a little old. But I have this left, and this is in the shade Purple. So I think I just kept it because I wasn't sure. I wanted to use the blacks and the browns first, and this color is the shade Nymph. So anyway, that's what I really want to work on this year. So wish me luck that I can get through at least half of these maybe. So it feels so great to use up what I have in my collection. And I know for a fact that I'll be going every once in a while and purchasing from Marshalls or getting half price things. I just really love doing that occasionally, but I really keep my goal focused on trying to use up what I have. And I do put like different areas in my closet for the newer ones and the older ones, like my mascara. I didn't go through the mascara in this video, but I do have them also, like the newer ones, or actually the older ones are in the front in this little palette I have, and then it goes older to when I purchased them. So I just find that it's easier for me to make sure that my products don't go bad as I try to use them up. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, I hope you will subscribe and hang out with me this year as I go every month. If you're new every month, I will go ahead and tell you what I've been using up and what I hope to bring in, things like that. And then at the very end, which I did just do a video from last year, I'll have a whole container, the exact same container here, that I just hold on to everything they use out through the whole year. And I will absolutely, I love telling and showing you guys everything that I have managed to use up. If you're a project painter, good luck to you, and thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, please consider giving me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.